Hello everyone. So let's continue with the unit 4, that is cookies and browser data. Okay. So in the previous video we learned about browser, how to open a new browser window and how to make the changes in that new browser window. Okay. Now in this video we are going to study about JavaScript security, JavaScript URLs, timers, location, browser history and location of the browser. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so the first topic is JavaScript in URL. So you know what, previously you could write JavaScript in your URL. URL means where you write the address of your website, that is your URL bar, address bar. There you can write the JavaScript code itself, the whole JavaScript code you can write over there. Okay, so that is called as JavaScript in URL. Okay, that is the JavaScript code can be included in the client side by writing whole the JavaScript code in your URL bar, that is your address bar. Okay, so how the JavaScript code can be written in the URL bar, we can see the example given over here. So we can write, first you have to write, in order to write the JavaScript code in the URL bar, you have to first write JavaScript, then colon, and then you can start writing your code. See the first example given over there. So JavaScript colon alert, inside the alert box welcome is written. So what does the alert box return to you all? It basically returns an pop-up box displaying whatever message you have. Okay, so that JavaScript code will return what? It will show a pop-up window of an alert box which will display what? Welcome. Okay, so this is how you write a JavaScript code in the URL bar. Now your JavaScript code can have multiple lines, right? So if your JavaScript code have multiple lines that is written to be in a URL, you should separate each line with a semicolon. So after each line you have to give a semicolon. So we'll see the example. See the below example is given over there. See the fourth point in the PPT. So example, JavaScript colon where t is equal to new date. So date function is used over here which will display the date, and the date value is stored in your variable t. Okay, then we are displaying an alert displaying the value of variable t. So first line is over, so after the first line give semicolon, then write the second line. So alert today's date is plus t. So what alert you will get? Today's date is whatever date is there currently, that date will be displayed over there. So this is how you write a JavaScript code in the with multiple lines. Okay, I hope it's clear how to write the JavaScript code in URL. But nowadays our modern web browser does not allow JavaScript code to be written in the URL, because that is not secure. Okay, for the security reason, the JavaScript code to be written in URL is not allowed in your new web browsers like your Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, whatever web browser you are using nowadays. They don't allow JavaScript code to be written in the web browser. Okay, so you have to write it in the text editor only. Okay, but previously they used to support JavaScript code in URL. Okay, so I hope this topic is clear to you all. Now we'll move on to the next topic. Next topic is JavaScript security. So the security of JavaScript code has become nowadays an important issue that needs the attention. So below are the listed attacks the attacker can do on a website. So we'll see them one by one. So the first attack is cross-site scripting attack, that is XSS. What that attack does, see, whenever you visit on a certain website, the attacker returns the malicious script to the visitor. It does what? It manipulates the website and it inserts a malicious script in that website. So when the user visits that website, when the user visits that website, the script that the malicious script that attacker has sent to the website is getting executed on the client side and the client data. So what it does, the user's data can be theft and account tampering can be done with the help of this kind of attack. So what it does, it manipulates the whole website. So when user visits the website, the malicious file is executed on the user machine, and it can cause to data theft and account tampering. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. Next is the server side JavaScript injection. See, your JavaScript vulnerabilities can be both client side problems as well as server side problem as well. So what happens in this type of attack, the attacker steals the server side data and then infects the users with malware. So here the theft is done on the server side, not on the client side. Okay, so next is cross-site request forgery attack, that is CSRF attack. Okay, so here what happens, the attacker attacks on the browser session and it impersonates as a browser session, that is it hijacks the session cookie of the browser and it acts that it is he is not the third person, he acts that he impersonates as the browser session, as a browser session. So the session cookie is hijacked and then attackers can trick the users into executing malicious actions that are by the attacker on the some website. Okay, so here basically it hijacks the session cookie by impersonating a user's browser session. Okay, so this is cross-site request forgery attack. So basically 3 attacks are explained over here: cross-site scripting attack, then your server-side JavaScript injection, and cross-site request forgery attack. Okay, so hence it is important to deal with the security issues related to JavaScript. Okay, so now let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so next slide will discuss about the timers. So here basically timers are basically used to set the time or set the time interval. Okay, so basically window object is used to execute the code at specified time intervals. Okay, your window object is used. So there are 2 functions that are supported by the window object for handling the time events. Okay, first is set timeout and second is set interval. So set time, first we'll discuss about set timeout method. So what does set timeout method does? It executes the function after waiting for specified number of milliseconds. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll call the function. So let's see the syntax of it. Window.set timeout in bracket function comma millisecond. So function is to be executed and milliseconds is the time we specify in the milliseconds. For example, we specify the time as 1000 milliseconds. So after waiting for 1000 milliseconds, then only that function is going to execute. Getting it? So what it set timeout will do, it will wait for function to be executed until certain time occurs. Okay, for example, if we set the value in milliseconds as 5000, so once your once you have written the code and when you open the output, the browser will wait for 5000 milliseconds and then it will execute the function and then the output will be displayed. Okay, so it basically executes the function after waiting for specified number of milliseconds. Let's see the code for it. See the example. First is your doc type HTML tag, then is your HTML tag, then is your head tag, then is your script tag. Okay, so function name is my function, then the alert is there, alert, inside the function alert is displayed as welcome user. Okay, so now what this function will do, close the script tag, close head, open body tag, form, we have taken a form, name of the form is form1, then we are taking a button, input type is equal to button, value of the button is click me, and on click we are going to call that function, that is set timeout function. So we'll write what, set timeout method, then in bracket we'll pass 2 arguments. First is the function that is to be called, so here the function name is my function, so my function comma how much time the function should wait before executing, that is specified in milliseconds. So here we have specified how much, 4000. Okay, then close the form tag, close body and close HTML tag. So let's see, I'll explain you the output. So this is your output. So when you click on the click me button, your set timeout method will be called, and that method will call the function. So after 4000 seconds have been passed, the function will be called and it will display an alert as welcome user. So the browser will, when you click on the button, the browser will wait for 4000 seconds and then it will give you an alert that welcome user. Okay. So this is what set timeout method. Okay. Now we'll discuss the second method, that is set interval. Okay. Okay, so in set interval, the function executes the specific function that at every given time interval. See, let's see the syntax of it. See what this method does. You are going to set an interval of a time, certain time. For example, you have set the interval to 5000 milliseconds. So for every 5000 milliseconds, your function is going to be called and you will get an output again and again at 5000 milliseconds. Okay, so let's see the syntax over here. So window dot set interval function comma milliseconds. So here we'll give the function that is to be executed, and millisecond is length of time interval between each execution. Okay, so if we set it to 5000, so after every 5000 millisecond your function is going to execute and it will give you an output. Let's see the code. So first is doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then is your body tag, then we have taken a paragraph tag and we have specified ID is equal to, in double quotes, capital ID. Close the paragraph tag, then the script, open the script tag and write the script. So we have taken a variable var is equal to t, and in that variable we are going to call the method. So set interval in bracket, whatever function you are going to write, that function you have to call over there, comma your time interval, that is 2000 milliseconds we have given over here. So after, for every 2000 milliseconds, the function is going to be called and it will display an output. Now let us see what we have displayed inside the function. So document.getElement by ID, in bracket whatever ID for p tag we have given, that we have to write, that is capital ID. Dot inner HTML basically specifies the text that is to be displayed. Plus is equal to, in the what text you want to display, welcome user in double quotes. So after every 2000 time interval of 2000 milliseconds, welcome user is going to be printed again and again. Okay, so close the script tag, close body and close HTML tag. So let's see the output. See. Okay, so this message will be displayed repeatedly on the browser window after 2000 milliseconds, for each and every 2000 milliseconds. Okay, I hope the code and output is clear to all. Let's see move on to the next slide. Okay, so next is browser location and history. Okay, so basically the location object, window.location object is used in order to find the location. So it is basically useful for finding out the current location or path of your web page. So if you want to find the path of your web page, you are going to use window.location object. Okay, so let's see the various properties used by window.location are described below. So let's see them one by one. So first is window.location.hostname. So the window.location.hostname, it returns the name of the host on which the page is running. Next is the window.location.pathname. It basically returns the path name at which the web page is located. It includes the folder or the file name where your page is stored. Okay. Window.location.protocol, it specifies the protocol that is used, that is such as HTTP, FTTP, file transfer protocol. Okay, then window.location.assign, it loads the new document. Okay, now we'll see the example for path name and protocol. Okay, so write a JavaScript to display the path name of a web page using window.location object. So here we'll find the path of a file, okay. Path of your web page, where the web page is stored, we'll find the path of it, okay, using window.location object. So doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then is your body tag, then the paragraph tag, ID is equal to capital ID, then close the paragraph tag, okay, then open the script tag, then write document.getElement by ID in bracket double quotes में ID, so inner.html, this is just same as writing document.write method, okay, is equal to whatever content you want to display you will write. So in double quotes I am writing this web page is at path, and in order to display the path we are going to write plus window.location.path name semicolon. So window.location.path name will give you the current path where the file, where this current web page is stored, okay. So close script tag, close body and close HTML, okay. Now see the output. Since this file in my PC is stored in the D drive as location.demo.html, so the path is shown over here. So this web page is at path /d : location demo.html is the name of the file, okay. So this is the path is given over there, okay. Now we'll see the protocol, how protocol is displayed. Write a JavaScript to display the protocol of a web page using window.location object. Now we'll see how to find the protocol, okay. So doc type HTML, then your HTML tag, then the body tag, then the paragraph tag. In paragraph tag display the ID, so ID is equal to in double quotes ID. Open the script tag, then write document.getElement by ID in bracket in double quotes capital में ID dot inner.html, it is same as writing document.write method, okay, is equal to this web page is using the protocol. Then in order to display the protocol you will write plus window.location.protocol semicolon. So window.location.protocol will give you the protocol of your web page, okay. So close script tag, close body and close HTML. See the output. So this web page is using the protocol file. So file is the protocol used, okay. Okay, so next topic is the history. So we have done with the location. Now next topic is the history. How to find the history of your, how to find your browser history, okay. So window.history object is used to find the browser history, okay. So there are two important methods for finding the browser history. So first method is window.history.back method, and second method is window.history.forward. It is same as the arrow buttons, back and forward arrow buttons on your web page to move back and to move forward into your web page history, okay. So window.history.back method, this method loads the previous URL in the history list. It is like clicking the back button on your browser window. So basically back button, basically it provides the previous page on the URL of a history, okay. And window.history.forward, it is like pressing the next forward button on your browser window. This method loads the next URL in the history list, okay. So back and forward, okay. Let's see the code, how it is used. So HTML tag, then is your head tag, then is script tag. Here we are going to take two functions. First is to move back and second is to move forward, okay. So function move back, name of the function is move back. In that, how are you going to move back? We are going to write window.history method dot your back, okay, back method, back function, window.history.back, open and close bracket and give semicolon. This function will help you to move to the previous page, okay. Function move forward, this function will help you to move one page forward in the URL history. So window.history.forward, open and close bracket and give semicolon. Close script tag, close head, open body tag. So form name is equal to form1, Input type is equal to button, value of the button is back, that is text written on the button is back, so back. On click is equal to, you will call which function, move back function. So when you click on the back button on your form, it will show you the previous page in the history list of your URL. Okay. Next is to move forward. So input type is equal to button, value is equal to forward, on click is equal to move forward. So move forward function will be called, move forward function will display the next page that is on the history list of your URL. Okay. Close form tag, close body and close HTML tag. Let's see the output. So you execute the code and see the output. You will get two buttons, move forward and move back. It will help you to view the history buttons and move back and forward in your history list. Okay. I hope all the topics are clear to you all. Okay. Thank you.